take a look at how we use, for instance, the library.sql file that we were just looking at in the text editor. We simply type in the name of the MySQL client, which is MySQL. We use a lesser than sign, and then we type in the name of the text file, in this case library.sql. The commands within the library.sql file have been carried out. If we enter the client and ask it to show us a list of the databases, as you can see, that library database has been added. And within the library database, all the tables that we described in our SQL schema, library.sql, have been created. We were also able to populate some of the tables with a little bit of data that we included within our SQL file as well. The way we did that, I'll just pop back to the text editor to show you, is create table statements are exactly as you would write them straight into the MySQL monitor, and when we want to add any data, we simply use insert statements. So it's as simple as that. Exactly the same way as we use the MySQL monitor, we create our text files. Let's go back to the command prompt here, and we're going to exit the MySQL monitor. Now, you may have created a database. This scenario is quite likely to have happened. You may have created a database that you're quite happy with. You don't want to go back and write a text file guessing exactly how you created the database in order to have a permanent record of it. On the other hand, the database is already created. So what are you to do? Well, help is at hand in the form of a very useful utility included with MySQL called MySQL dump. You use it from the command line, that is your operating system command line, not the MySQL monitor. Simply type in the name of the utility, which is MySQL dump, followed by the particular database you want to grab the data for, so sample, and if you wish you can include the particular name of the table. Let's take our orders table from the sample database. Then you use greater than sign, and then finally you put the name of the SQL file you wish to output to. This SQL file will be created automatically by MySQL dump. We just have to give it a name here. So let's call it orders SQL. That way we'll know what's in the SQL file. The text file has now been created. I'm going to use the DOS type command to take a look at it. As you can see, MySQL has generated a create table statement which specifies exactly what the structure of the table should be. There's also a series of comments at the top marked off by hash signs, and that lets us know that it was MySQL that made the dump, that the host, where it came from, the version of MySQL, and so on. It also clearly marks what it's doing before it does each thing. So table structure for table orders will be the table definition. Dumping data for table orders will be the data that it's extracted from the orders table. In this case, a certain set of orders here. So if you've already created your database, all is not lost. You can simply use the MySQL dump utility to pull the structure and data out of your database and include it within a text file. Then you can go back and document it, tweak it in whatever way you want, and recreate your database at a later date. In our next movie, we're going to look at the process by which you take a database from the drawing board to reality.